Welcome back, painting friends. Today we're going to paint a pair of rain boots with some wildflowers in them. Colors you're going to need: light blue, white, brown, dark green, light green, yellow, pink, and purple. I always keep my favorite 4 brushes in the studio. I've got my 1-inch flat brush, my 10 6-in-1 round brush. Today you're also maybe going to need a couple of these little guys, some Q-tips, and then also a rag and a cup of water for keeping those brushes clean. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I want a little bit of like a watercolor background for this painting. So I'm just gonna add plain water to my 11 by 14 canvas panel. And then I want the color itself that goes on there to kind of be like a smoky blue color. So in order to get a smoky blue color, I'm just gonna take my regular blue paint and I'm going to add gray to it, so black and white. So I've got my regular blue paint, and then I'm gonna add, look, I didn't say that there was black on my palette, and I don't have any black on my palette. So now I'm gonna need to grab my paint and add some black to my palette. So I'm gonna add some blue. I'm gonna add a little bit of black. And then the rest of it I'm gonna use with white. So white's gonna be the majority of what's going on here. So I'm just gonna grab those colors, kind of mix them together, and then cover the entire back panel of my picture with that really pretty smoky blue color. Now right here in the center, I'm gonna grab a little bit of extra white, and I'm just gonna make kind of like a nice big oval area that's gonna be just a little bit lighter. And then down here at the base, while it's still wet, I'm gonna just grab some brown and some yellow paint. Just kind of brush those in a couple inches up. This is just gonna be where our ground is gonna go. May even add a little bit of dark green to that. Perfect. We're gonna let this dry, and we come back, we're gonna put in those rain boots and those wildflowers. The dry background, I'm gonna take my number 6 round brush and some white paint. And I'm just gonna lay out where my rain boots are gonna go. Right here in the middle, I'm just gonna make a curved line. And then a line that goes mostly down, but you gotta think this is gonna be like the calf of the rain boot. And so while it's going mostly down, you're gonna kind of swoop in just a little bit and then give it a nice rounded heel. The front is gonna be pretty similar. It's just gonna go straight down and then kind of round out to the toe of the rain boot. My second one's gonna be just next to it. Same thing, kind of around a top. It's gonna go straight down. It's gonna round out and then connect with that first one. So now that I know where those are gonna be, I'm gonna fill in some of my back area with some of the greenery. So I'm gonna start off using some brown and green paint on my brush. So I've got a little bit of brown, a little bit of green. I'm gonna water it down because I want these colors to go on kind of like an ink, okay? So I want them to be really, really, really thin when I put them on. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of go from the base of my ground. I'm just gonna flick little lines up. You'll notice if it gets a little dry, that's where those brush strokes kind of come off of the canvas. And so I wanna just keep my brush really nice and wet with some watered down paint so that the tips of my greenery don't kind of fade off. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of that light green paint with a little bit of brown, water that down, and I'm gonna add another layer. And this layer is gonna have a lot more of the tall grasses in it. So this is kind of my mid layer, and this is where I'm going to really fill a lot of this in. So that's the light green paint with a little bit of brown mixed into it. Then for my last layer, I'm going to use the same color I was just using, but I'm going to add more yellow to it. So I want this to be my lightest, brightest color. Now that that's finished, let's move on. You can make your boots any color you want. I'm going to keep mine with this this nice blue, kind of country blue theme. So I'm going to take my light blue, add a little bit of brown to it till it's a blue that I like, and then I'm just going to paint in this boot shape. I'll have this first boot done. I'm going to grab a little bit of just brown paint, and I'm just going to go right back in here at the back of that boot and just give it a little bit of a darker area, maybe like a shadow. I'm going to grab a little bit of white right up here at the front, add a small little white highlight. Small little white highlight up here at the top, and even right down here on the toe of the boot as well. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing to the back boot, except I'm going to darken it up just a little bit. I want it to be just a slightly darker color. I'm going to grab that number 6 round brush again and that bright blue paint. I'm going to make a small little line right up here at the top of my boot. And then right back here, I'm going to make a little circle. A little rectangle that goes back. I'm going to take a little bit of white paint and make it look like there's a buckle on there. So to do that, I'm just going to kind of go around here like a backwards letter C. Put a small dot right here in the middle of white, and then I'm going to use a little bit of black and put a couple of dots right through there with the black. I'm also going to grab that light blue paint, and I'm going to make a little curved line that kind of goes up around the top of the foot and then down towards the bottom. I'm going to copycat that but the second line is going to go just right around the heel. And I'm just going to kind of brush those colors in so that they start to blend into that background. I'm going to add a small little black line right down here at the base. I'm just going to pull some little black lines down from there. Small little white highlight's going to go kind of right along here, just to show kind of where the curve of the boot would be. A small little white highlight right at the very tip of this detail. All right, let's move up towards the flowers on top. So I'm going to add in my hydrangeas first, and then I'm going to kind of build around that. So I'm going to start off with my number 10 round brush, and your hydrangeas can be any color you want. They could be purple, pink, blue, whatever you want. I'm going to take blue and purple on my brush, and I'm going to make 3 nice big circles, okay? And I might make 2 that are purplish blue and 1 that's pinkish purple. Then I'm going to take a small handful of Q-tips, and I'm going to dip them into their respective colors. So the bluish purple ones, I'm going to use blue and purple, and I'm just going to kind of make dots all over these. I'm going to do the same thing with the pink one. Watch this. When I get towards the top, I'm going to even add some white to it so that it looks a little bit more like a hydrangea. With those finished, I'm now going to go in and add the same kind of greenery we put down here. Okay, so I can use all of those same colors, the same kind of style. I'm just going to add some of those kind of flinging out of my bouquet. And then everything else in here, I'm going to use with small little flowers and daisies. So for the daisies, I'm just going to take my number 6 round brush, and I'm just going to kind of pull several lines of color in. And then I'm just gonna add a yellow center. I can even add a small amount of brown to that center if I think it's too bright. So super, super, super simple daisies. And I can make these big or small. But on all of these green pieces here, watch what I can do. I could take a color, and it could be any color I want, and I'm gonna make like dots that are in like a letter V, okay? So dots that are kind of in a letter V. You can add some variation of those colors by adding some white to them or adding a different color, but that's really all that these are gonna be, are just little areas of small little polka dots to create flowers. I can also throw a couple tulips in here. I'm gonna use some light pink paint. So if your pink's too dark, just add some white to it. It's really, really, really super easy fix. And my tulips are gonna look like U shapes. And from there, I'm just gonna make a couple of little lines down. I can grab some of that darker pink and kind of create a little bit more interest in the petals by just adding some darker colors to some of them. Even add a little bit of yellow up to the top center of them. So I can add some tulips in here also. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do. Down here in my green space, I'm actually gonna make little baby flowers. So I'm just gonna take a Q-tip with like 5 dots of one color and then 1 dot in the middle. So I'm gonna jump into speed motion and I'm gonna fill in this entire place with flowers. Let's go. Let's add some final details to this. I'm gonna use the back of my number 6 round brush and a little bit of brown paint. I'm just gonna kind of put a dot in the middle of my flowers. I'm then gonna grab some super, super, super watered down white paint. So I'm adding a lot of water to my white paint. And I'm gonna use my number 10 round brush. And I'm gonna give this a little splatter, okay? So I've got a lot of water in here, a little bit of paint, and I'm just gonna go right over here onto my grass area and just add a little bit of splatter, kind of like there's some little bits of flowers growing up. I'm gonna add a couple of leaves that are kind of coming out of the rain boots. So all I'm gonna do with that is just, I like to call these like smiley face leaves, okay? So these leaves have kind of like a smile on one side and a frown on the other. You just kind of paint them in. This is a great way if you have something you're not loving on your canvas, or if you've got like an open space, you can just kind of fill it in with some of these leaves. So just add a couple of those every here and there. I do like to keep things in odd numbers and weird like that. So, you know, I will go through and count to make sure I have odd numbers of things. And I'm going to take a little bit of that light green and just kind of put it right on the tippy top of these. And there we have it. I think we are finished with this picture. The last thing you need to do before you can call it done is I want you to go through and find a color that's going to show up on your canvas and sign your name. I always put my initials in this bottom right corner down here. Remember, I never get to see what you're painting at home unless you take a picture of it and post it to my Facebook page, Painting with a Purpose. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Painting with a Purpose, so you're kept up to date on all of my tutorials. And remember, as always, be kind, be creative, and be safe. Have a great day, friends. Bye now.